tie me up, put my panties in my mouth. Come do whatever you want to me. I'm tied up, so there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay.
Hey guys, so I originally had a different video that I was gonna have go up today.
No, she didn't. There was no video.
But I just feel like a lot is happening and it's super overwhelming. I don't know, like I'm only one person over here.
To be fair, when things are really serious and things are going down, I make sure to throw on a cheeky bra and a see-through top to talk about my serious feelings.
And it's just like so much is being said, and I know legal terms love to be thrown around like slander, defamation.
Dictionary definition of slander and defamation. Just to make sure we know what we're talking about. The action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. Now, everything that we found out about Tommy are things that they have posted themselves. The photos of them with their partner, who has now passed away unfortunately, in the hands of her girlfriend, who is a registered nurse, which is very creepy and very alarming. And defamation, the action of damaging the good reputation of someone. The person never had a good reputation. They were posting awful things on websites that were condoning, endorsing, and celebrating feeding people in a very abusive way. The scary thing is as well, I just finished watching Mr. Snowflake's video, and the theory that they were talking while the ex was still alive and that they were waiting for them to no longer be with us so they could then be in a relationship, and that Valentine is actually Tommy. I'll link it in the description because that is definitely worth a watch. Everything lines up, and the level of desperation Amber has to be claimed in a relationship is so beyond that it kind of all just makes sense.
9 times out of 10, people don't really know what they're talking about.
We love a self-aware queen. 9 times out of 10, when I don't know what I'm talking about, that is such an amberlynn coded moment type deal, girly pop.
But I feel like in the situations that have been happening recently, there is a lot of slander. There is a lot of defamation.
Babe, we just went over this and that is not accurate. 9 times out of 10.
Like there's a difference between like gossiping versus like downright, straight up defamation, lies, completely making up stories.
The thing is there's posts, there's videos, there's pictures, like everything being said is real and you just can't deny it because there's proof.
That aren't true at all. I told myself I would never talk about this to protect myself.
Because if there's one thing we know about Amber, she's an advocate for herself.
Because it is scary, because there's a lot that goes in it, but like if I can somehow prove that I'm not lying, then I'm going to do that. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to stand here and do this. Like I honestly feel pathetic.
As you should.
I feel triggered. I feel just like YouTube is ruining my life. Like truly ruining my life.
But the thing is your actions have consequences. You've ruined your own life. You've made these choices and decisions. She also acts like she's obligated and it's compulsory to be on YouTube. Like, just go get another job. But we all know you're not going to because you're lazy and you actually have to do something with your life.
And I have gone through a lot with YouTube. I've gone through a fucking lot. I have had some serious high highs and I've had some serious low lows, but something about everything that's been happening, it has hit different. It has affected me differently than anything else ever has. And seeing what a large chunk of whatever this community is doing, seeing what you guys are doing has made me just not want to do YouTube anymore.
I feel like this whole performance is to scare everyone, to be like, oh no guys, she's really gonna do it this time. She's really gonna leave. Even though she said it so many times before and never has and never will, because let's be real, what else is she gonna do? Let's all stop trying to find out the truth. But everyone's gonna keep trying to find the truth. Like, no one's gonna believe your narrative, no matter how many fake tears you try to push out your eyes.
And that scares me because that means I'm about to drastically change my life if I choose to take a step back.
I'm sorry. Actually thinking about the fact of her, like, quitting and getting a job at, like, Trader Joe's, like, she's not equipped or able, or there's just no way that's ever gonna happen. And we all remember the earring era.
I really don't want to stand here and cry and be whiny. I don't want to do any of that because I do take partial credit into all of this.
I love when the narcissism just jumps out. She obviously meant to say responsibility, but of course, because it's about her, she's taking the credit.
Years ago, I became a fucking troll. A huge troll.
I feel like calling yourself a troll is like the easiest way get out of taking any responsibility for the person that you were. Like, you weren't trolling, that was just who you were, and you just regret revealing that much about your authentic self.
I almost asked for the negativity, especially like 2019, 2018, 2017. I almost asked for it. Any attention was good attention for me, even if it was bad, even if it made me feel like shit. But as someone who's gonna be 34 years old, I regret that. I regret that side of me. But we do shit in our 20s that we regret.
I'm not saying that that statement isn't true in of itself, but girl, you were 29.
Unfortunately, it's like this is just staying with me. As much as I grow up, as much as I try to change, whether that just be in my personal life or on YouTube, you guys won't change with me. You guys aren't changing with me.
This is like the funniest thing I've ever heard. I've never known anyone to be literally the most stagnant version of themselves, continuously repeating the same cycles, making the same mistakes, being the exact same. Like, I'm actually shocked that she can be this delusional.
And I'm just like stuck in this weird girl world, like Amberverse, negative, just like horrible space.
So the consequences of your actions and who you are.
And I want to break up with it. I don't want to be a part of it anymore, and I just don't know what to do. Stepping away from any sort of job is hard, and it takes time and thought, and you need to figure out, like, okay, so if I step away, what are my next steps? I have to figure that out. I need to do it in private, but that's not what this is about. I'm scared. I'm scared to talk about this. I am.
Guys, let's get ready to hear this true story with real tears.
So many of you thought Valentine was fake. That was the biggest thing. Valentine isn't real. Valentine isn't real. And I accepted it for what it was. I was like, they don't want to believe me, that's fine. I'm actively having so much fucking anxiety for what I'm about to say. Like, whoo. Valentine's name is Erica, and Erica had a wife.
Girl thought she ate that. Like, she dropped some huge truth bomb. I'm pretty sure she's making up this lie now, like revealing her true identity to try to debunk Mr. Snowflake's video, but we don't believe you.
I'm about to reveal screenshots that I could find because this is the only way that I'm gonna prove it. Here is me not making time for my friends because I am literally always giving every single part of me to Erica. You guys know I struggle with BPD. So one of those things is when I get into a relationship, my partner literally consumes me.
Yeah, that's because you have no personality, no skills, no hobbies, like apart from Legos and journals and takeout. That's why she's so desperate when she's single, because she gets all her validation from having a relationship, but more importantly from the internet perceiving the relationship as being beautiful, the most intense love story anyone's ever known. She wants to prove everyone that she's so lovable despite her size, which is why she's so smug when she's in a relationship and she's so desperate when she's single.
Whether they try to or not. Do you guys remember that night when my mom stayed the night with me and we colored like children and people were like, oh my god, they're such children? Yeah, That was when I was breaking up with Erica. Here's my friend Alexis just being Alexis. And to top it all off, here's a screenshot of me telling Alexis that Erica's wife called me while I was at a birthday party. Remember that birthday party I went to when I was outside? It was super hot.
I love Karina Kaboom, and when she points something out, I usually always remember it and love to reference it. When she said that liars can tend to point out or add in these weird little details to somehow make it seem like what they were saying is more believable or it really happened, it just makes it somehow way more obvious that it's not true. And her poker face and acting is so bad on top of that. The cropped screenshots are definitely fake. I don't know, I can just tell. Unless it was a screen recording where she was actually scrolling, even then it's probably not real, but at least I'd believe it more.
I was at a park. It was that day. You guys went from believing Valentine was fake to them believing Valentine was my most recent ex, all for entertainment while actively ruining people's lives. Valentine was real. I have never lied. I have never lied. I lied to people and said I was dieting, but behind their back, I was eating like, oh God. I lied. I lied about that. I lied so hard, you guys, you wouldn't even believe it. I lied. I lied. I lied. I lied. I lied. Lied to you guys and said about my weight. If you're talking about 6 years ago when I didn't tell you guys that I gained 10 pounds to protect my feelings. Oh, Amberlynn's a liar. I lied here.
Why did you lie about the person you're with and say it's been two different people and it's not? I didn't lie.
Is wifey number 1 the same as wifey number 2? Wifey number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are all the same person. I don't know why I lied about that. So many times people be like, why don't you ever talk about her? Like, why don't you ever show her? Why don't we ever hear? Because of this. Amberlynn, why are your videos so boring? Like, why aren't people in your videos? Because of this.
For the longest time, I've been trying to figure out who she reminds me of, and I just figured it out. It's that guy on TikTok who puts on a wig and like pretends to be like your narcissistic friend, your annoying roommate, that person who lies for no reason. Is literally amberlynn.
Actually went to the doctor like 5 months ago, and it's because like so many dudes were coming up to me asking for my number. Like when I was sleeping, I was getting DMs back and forth, and they actually did a test and I have a pheromone imbalance. It's called pheromone synthesis.
What?
My doctor said that cleaning is actually one of my biggest triggers for my mental health, so I can't really help you out.
Did you get a new dog?
Yeah, I got a puppy.
Aren't we gonna get in trouble?
Okay, so that's what I was thinking. So like your cat hasn't been eating for like a day or two now, so I was thinking we could take her off the leash because she's probably gonna die soon anyways.
What?
This is Stevie, by the way.
Moment of silence for Gracie.
Amberlynn, why don't you show up at your job more? Why don't you put more effort into your videos? Because of this. Amberlynn, why do you like have an attitude towards reaction channels and to your audience? Because of this. Still through it all, I have been able to manage a positive outlook on life, whether you guys see that or not. I try my hardest in my real life to be happy and bubbly and positive, but I feel like I'm losing sight of that person. Like the person that I tried so hard.
One real tear. Just one real tear is all I'm asking for.
To be, especially once I moved to Oklahoma and moved in by myself, like I felt myself changing and being better and improving in multiple different ways.
Let me ask you a very fair question. What do you do successfully? Quickly.
And now I just feel myself backtracking, and that scares me, and I don't want to be in that position. It's just like everyone in this situation is fucking hurting and feeling the gravity of it, while hundreds of people get to just sit back and watch it as if it's entertainment.
Well, it is entertaining watching a liar get what they deserve.
These are real lives being messed with. Real lives.
I think I said the exact same thing to my mum when I was younger to convince her that I had to play The Sims. They're real people, Mom.
I can't sit back and let it happen and watch it happen. I can't support it. I can't condone it. Never would. And I know a lot of you don't either. Like, I'm getting so many messages on Instagram every single day.
Show me literally one.
Of people that are literal, even haters, that are like, this isn't right. Like, what you're going through is not okay. Something I have very strongly learned.
She honestly does come up with some really good sayings, because very strongly learned is a new favorite.
And I have known from the beginning, reaction channels don't care about me, neither do the haters. All they care about, how many views they can get, how much money they can make. And the only way they can do that is by disliking every single thing that I do, nitpicking every single thing that I do, creating drama and fake stories around every single part of my life, and doing it consistently.
Girl, don't give me that look. You're the one that gives us all the content, all the lies, all the manipulation. We just string all the lies and terrible things you've done together.
And that consistently has been wearing at me for years and years and years. And this is finally the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm personally hurt, and I'm lost, and I'm confused, and I don't know what to do from here on out. I struggle with BPD, so like everything that I'm feeling is normal, and I know that in my rational side, but like I'm feeling it at a magnitude that like normal people don't feel.
Oh, come on, you guys. Us normal people can't possibly imagine the true depths of which she feels, because we would never understand.
I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I just know that whatever I say, like, it just feels like there's a large amount of people that are just deaf to my words.
No, you're just a liar, and there's proof.
But if I can prove that Valentine isn't someone that you guys think it is, there's your proof.
How is that proof? That was the worst proof I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to enjoy watching her try to explain her way out of this one, because there's no way that she's going to be able to. Oh, that's the end of the video, I guess. Well, that was exciting, I guess. Considering the allegations, I was really expecting a more believable proof or explanation, or at least better acting. Probably the worst damage control that she's done, that's for sure. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.
If you're not smiling, smile.